All right. Now, the answer to number 3 was 62.8. So you look at yours and see if you got 62.8. All right. Anybody have any questions with 62.8? You had to kind of draw it out. All right. Put a fence around. And once you put your fence around, you can kind of see. All right. That the radius was what? The radius was 10. All right. Now, the same thing with question number 5. Everybody take a look at question number 5. It's virtually the same. Listen, you're not allowed to sit and just sit. All right. You have to have paper. You have to have pencil. You have to do it without an iPad. All right. Now, everybody look at number 5. Is everybody good with number 5? Same exact principle. You just had to look and then measure the diameter. Any questions on that? Now, did anybody have any specific questions on any of the others they'd like me to do? Good. 5. The answer was 95.4. Looks like a 7, but it's is it a 7 or a 9? I think it's a 7. No, 3.14. No, I think it's, somebody do 24 pi for me real quick. I think it's 95. Is it 75? Okay, I can't even read my own writing. All right, 75.4. Now, does anybody else want to try anything about the ERBs? They weren't that hard, right? No, they really weren't. All right, no questions? Good, come on.
I have 2 questions. How did you know that the
I looked at it carefully, and what I mean by that is, they're talking about the fence around, correct? So it said the inner fence, I had to read carefully. The inner circle had a diameter of 10. So what that meant to me was from there to there is 10, do you agree? And then from here to here is 5, do you agree? From here to here is 5, right? And then here is 2, and here is 2. So what's 2 plus 5 plus 10 plus 5 plus 2? You with me now, right? This one up here on the word problem? All right, let's see what you got. To protect an elm tree in your yard, you need to attach gypsy moth caterpillar tape around the trunk, whatever. The tree has a diameter of 1.1 feet. Okay, so if the diameter is 1.1, they want the diameter of the tree, correct? So if the diameter is 1.1, the circumference is just pi times d, which is pi times 1.1. What is it? About 3.5. All right, and then you would say 3.5 feet. Thank you. All right. Is everybody happy? No problems. Does everybody agree? Does anybody need me to do any of the questions? Because we have a quick day today. It's super easy. Any issues? Any issues?
I was still confused on 15, 16, and 17.
On the first one? Okay, so let's look. All right, so I'm okay with this. I think it's a good idea. All right, because we have some extra time, so let's do this. All right, a basketball goal is 18 inches in diameter, and a basketball has a diameter of 9.6. What is the difference? Well, so what do you think you have to do on this, Caroline? Times d for both of them, right? Circumference is pi times d, circumference equals pi times d, and then what do I do with those answers? That's it. Right? That wasn't bad. Now, number 17 was hard. So I need your attention. Everybody needs to pay attention on 17. The problem here right off the bat was units, correct? This was 60 feet, and this was what? 4.3 inches. So that's a problem. They have to be measured what? With the same units. Right, so now look what I did down here. All right, so here's my explanation. So here's my bowling alley. You see it? My bowling lane. My bowling lane is how many inches? That's right, it's 720 inches. You agree with that? So I put a little bowling pin down here. I know you're jealous. All right, you can't draw like that. Then I put my bowling ball here. Do you agree? And then I just roll the ball down. Right? Now, remember I tried to emphasize to you yesterday, this is really, really important. When the ball makes one rotation, it travels one circumference. That's exactly right. You hear me? So the circumference of the bowling ball was 27 inches. Do you agree? Because I just did 2 times pi times 4.3. Shh, don't interrupt me. Thank you very much. I trust you. You with me on this? So now, what does this mean right here? This is the super, super important part. That's the circumference, right? But what did I try to demonstrate right here? That as the ball made a revolution, it rolled to here. Do you agree? And it traveled, what's this? How far did it travel? Why did it travel 27 inches? That is exactly correct. So when you roll a ball one complete time, it's just traveling the what? The circumference. Do you hear me on this? Yeah. All right. So now your question is, how many 27s are there in 720? There you go. Does that make sense to you, right? Everybody happy with that explanation? That's a very, very good problem. Very important. All right. Again, rotations come up a lot. All right. Is that better now? Yeah. All right. Yeah. So, 19 wasn't too bad, right? Because I think it says the standard trampoline has a circumference of about 41 feet, right? So, if the trampoline, and here I try to draw a trampoline right here. You with me? And so, here's my trampoline. The distance around the trampoline is what? 41 feet. You agree with that? And we're just trying to find out the radius. Because that's kind of what his father represented, or whatever. Does that make sense? So now, what is 2 times pi? Right? There you go. You with me? Well, because I'm trying to figure out what the radius is, right? So I have 41 is equal to 6.3 times the radius. And now I do what? Divide by 6.3. All right? So that's super, super important also. The applications to area and circumference are important. Anybody have any questions with that? Anybody? That was just the homework. We were just going over the homework. All right? So now I want everybody to open up on 12.2. Not right this second. All right? Now I did 12.2, the first worksheet with my class. So today we're going to do the second worksheet. All right? Does anybody remember what the formula for area of a circle was? Tell me. Yes. Everybody, write down A equals pi r squared for every problem. All right? Again, your area of your circle is pi r squared. Now on your calculators, everybody understand they have a square button. You agree with that? Yeah, x with a 2, x squared. All right? So that's the quick way to use your calculator. All right? Let's say you didn't know that, you could do pi times r times r. But again, you're smart enough now, you know what r squared means. All right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a couple of these problems real quick. Again, I just think it's very easy. All it is, plugging in the formula. So for question number 1, I already have a problem. A equals pi times r squared. What is the radius? 2.5. So now look, guys, I want that on your paper. Then I want A equals pi times 2.5 squared. And now you can just type that straight in. Pi times 2.5, then hit the square button. And then we're rounding to the nearest tenth.
I got 19.6.
About 19.6. Everybody happy with that? But you'd have to put centimeters what? Squared, because you measure area with what?
Oh.
Squares. You measure area with squares. Is everybody hearing me? All right, I need the proper units on here. So let's take a look now at question number 3. All right, for question number 3, A equals pi r squared. A equals pi. This time, do they give you the radius? Yes. So now, listen, I know it sounds kind of silly, but make sure you can type it on your calculator correctly. All right, you don't wait till Friday before you have to type something on the calculator. I'll show you where this is. No. Yeah, you guys have. All right, what do we come up with on this, guys?
907.9 centimeters squared.
Point what?
6.9 centimeters squared.
Why centimeters?
Oh, meters.
What?
Inches. Wait. Oh, sorry.
Inches
No,
squared.
that's not it. I was doing it.
Oh, it's not? She's killing me. All right, give me number 3. Got to stay with me. We're doing the odds. How much is that, please, Cole?
That's what I got.
And then we would say inches squared. Everybody happy with that? Okay, now I'm looking at a diameter of 9. So my radius is, right, A equals, must write pi r squared. You're practicing. Putting it in your memory. Pi r squared. What's the radius? So now 4.5 squared. Somebody help me. William.
I got 63.6.
Anybody else get 63.6? Kilometers squared. Kilometers squared. Is everybody good with that? All right. Let's take a look now at number 7. Write down A equals pi r squared. A equals pi. What's the radius?
9.9.
Anybody else agree with that? So 9.9 squared. Somebody help me.
I got 307.9.
Is that right?
Yeah.
307.9 what?
Yards squared.
Yards squared. 307.9 yards squared. Any issues? Okay, guys, stop there. Now I'm going to do some of the word problems here. All right, let's take a look at number 11. These, again, are the important ones because they're the ERB type stuff. All right, so it says, the top of a pretzel canister has a diameter of 6 centimeters. What is the area? Well, it says it's a what? Has a diameter. If it has a diameter, then automatically we know it is a circle, right? So let's have at it. Area equals pi r squared. Area equals pi. What's the radius? 3 squared. Somebody.
28.3.
Somebody said 28.3.
Yeah.
Where's your calculator?
I got 28.3.
Get up there. Get a calculator. Come on, kiddo. I want you to do well. All right, you got to practice. Type numbers into calculators. You're not daydreaming on me, are you? Come on now. We're in math class. This is happy time. Happy time.
I got
Nothing could be better than spending 45 minutes in math to pep up the day.
46.
I agree with you. That's exactly what I was thinking. Exactly. So tell me an answer for 11.
28.3 centimeters squared.
28.3 centimeters squared. Now, double check that and make sure we're right. Now that you got a calculator, Missy. I didn't tell you to get the calculator, put it on your desk and look at it.
I mean, they are pretty cool.
They are pretty cool looking, yeah. Right. Okay, so here we go. Number 12. All right. It says, what is the difference in area between a cookie cut from a cutter that has a diameter of 4 inches and a cookie cut from a cutter with a radius of 3 inches? Yes, we're just finding the areas and subtracting. See how much difference. Do you think there's a lot or little? A little. We'll see how much a little is in a minute. Hunter, what's the area of the big cookie? What?
That's not what I got.
What?
That's the second one.
Okay, Hunter. We'll let you be sorry. Tell me what the area of the large cookie is. Shh. Shh. I know, we're not used to cooking, so.
I love cooking.
12.6. Anybody get that?
That's what I got.
12.6 square inches. And the area of the small cookie. How is the area of the small going to be bigger than the area of the large?
Oh.
What are we talking about?
That is the spaces.
Wait, no, it's because the first one says diameter.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the bigger and
So I was wrong.
this.
So the small one was actually the large one, and the large one was actually the what? Small one. Thank you.
Hang it up, flip it over and hang it up.
All right. Area of the large is what, William? What was it? Help me. Hunter, where you at on this, buddy? You're daydreaming. Like somebody else I know.
Who's he daydreaming about?
I don't know.
Charlie. Charlie's daydreaming about. No.
Stop. Go.
That's what I got.
15.7.
That's what I got.
15.
Inches squared.
All right. So now it wants to know the difference, which is what? What is our
15.7.
what?
15.7 inches squared.
No.
What?
What is the answer to the question, Ben? Help them, please. Listen to Ben. Oh, you guys tricked me again.
Jeez.
You guys, I said, what's the area of the large cookie? And
We
you
already
guys
said
gave
that.
me
We
the.
did all that.
No, you didn't.
Yes, we did.
All right, 28.3 inches squared.
Then
Ben, 15.7. Thank you. All right. You guys just need to be. All right.
Yes, okay.
Here we go. Number 13. All right, it says the spray from a rotating sprinkler makes a circle with a 20-foot diameter. So how much area does your sprinkler cover? How much?
I'm still doing it. 314.2.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So 314.2 square feet. All right. Again, remember, just write down pi r squared. And again, all you have to do is just make sure you know the difference between the radius, or when you're reading, that you read the diameter and the radius carefully. All right. As I've demonstrated, you can easily make a careless mistake if you accidentally read the radius for the diameter or the diameter for the radius.
I'm a little bit confused.
So, no, give it to her. Let me explain it. right? Caroline. Shh. Pi. Hit the pi button. Times. In this case, 10. Then hit the square button. Then hit equals. That was hard. All right.
Or if you don't know how that works, just go get the one that you're used to.
All right, now 14. Here we go. Now look carefully on 14. It says a semicircular window has a diameter of 24 inches. Lou wants to insert a laminate sunblock coating that costs $1.50 per square inch. How much will he spend to coat the window? Now the first thing you have to remember here, guys, please look, is that it is a what? Which means it's just a what? It's just half. So I want someone to tell me what the formula for area of a semicircle is. Tell me. No, I said what's the formula? I don't care what you did.
So A equals I times R squared divided by 2.
Perfect. Couldn't have said it better myself. 1/2 pi r squared, or pi r squared divided by 2. Doesn't matter how you do it. All right? So the area is going to give me the total number of square inches. So, Hunter, what was the radius?
Radius is 12.
All right, so if the radius is 12, make sure everybody's got this. The number of square inches would be what, Hunter? I'm asking for the total number of square inches of this window. No. Come on, you know this. Alex, type that into the calculator real quick, please, and tell me what the area of the window is.
Oh, I got
No, you didn't. Alex does. I'm not sure how we got that.
226. That's what I got.
226 point what? 2 inches squared. So now just double check your calculator now. All right. So you type in 0.5 times pi times 12 squared. Now this is what I'm saying. Alex knows if you make a careless mistake, it's okay. You're supposed to make mistakes right now. That's why I say use your calculator. Make sure you know how to use your calculator. All right? It's doing no good just saying, hey, that's the answer, so write it down. It's not what you're supposed to be doing. So, Alex, tell me you're good. Did you come up with that? Make sure you're typing it in. 0.5 times pi times 12 squared. Does that come up now? All right. So, again, you have what? In your window, you have 226.2 square inches. What does it cost per square inch? $1.50. So how do I find the total cost? That's all we're doing, guys. You should know that. That is a fantastic ERB question. Fantastic. All right. So you're doing 226.2 times $1.50, and that's going to be $339.30. 30 cents. Thank you very much. All right. Is everybody happy with that explanation? That's not that bad. Not that bad at all. All right. Now, listen, the only one I'm going to ask you to omit right now is question number 15. All right. Question 15. The reason why I don't want to do 15 right now is because I haven't really taught you about square root. All right, to undo a square, we have the square root, and we're just not interested in that right now. All right, so now for your ERBs, guys. All right. I am wanting everybody to do question number 2 right now. Everybody do question 2 right now. Shh. Draw it out. Question 2, let's go. On the ERBs. Did the ERBs? Keep going. Keep going. Let's see if you're doing it. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Number 2. Chop chop. Working?
Yeah, I'll
Allison, you working? You almost got it? Why not? I want you to read it to me. Come on, girl. Give it a shot. Read it. All right, now look, guys. I'm not expecting you to know this. All right, but I'm expecting everybody to say we've been working on what? Area of a circle. So that's a good start. Now, they even draw it out for you. Now, listen to me. 20 was a distraction. 20 was a distraction. Does everybody agree that was a fence, correct? Right? And if he's attached to the fence, that means he can't play over here. Everybody okay with that? So he only has what? How much of a circle? It's half a circle. Come on, Allison. And we've already talked about the area of a half a circle. Take the area of the full circle and then do what? Divide it by 2. That is correct. All right? So everybody should be pretty confident about that being what? Double check. I could be wrong. Seriously. I could be wrong.
Oh, I just did it.
Wait,
Double check.
how come the previous one when we did a semicircle, we did multiplied by 2, but this one
We did divided by 2. I got 100.
no, we didn't.
Maybe you didn't.
No, because I got the same answer. Because I got
No. We did. Look right here. Look, kiddo. 1/2. 1/2 is the same as dividing by 2. Caroline, you hear me? 1/2 is the same as dividing by 2. Some people make a mistake on that. You hear me? No, I didn't say divide by 1/2. Dividing by 1/2 is not the same as dividing by 2. Multiplying by 1/2 is the same as dividing by 2. Do you hear me? All right. So is everybody okay with that being 100.5 square feet? That's not bad, right? Yes, William, what? But I actually use pi, right? Not 3.14. All right. Now the next one I want everybody to look at is we're going to have fun with 5 and 6. All right. 5 and 6, extremely important problems. Generally, I'll get that. You guys just work. I said I would get it. You guys work. All right. I want everybody to do 5 and 6 now. All right. Everybody's doing 5 and 6. I got you. I'm putting it up there on board for it. Or you can do that too. Yeah, we're doing 5 and then we're doing 6. 5 is easy, 6 is a little bit harder. Bless you. All right, here we go now, please. All right, number 1. At Paco's Pizza Shop, a large pizza has a diameter of 16 inches, a small has 12 inches. What is the area of the small pizza, and what is the area of the large pizza? Let's start out with the area of the large pizza. Emily, what do you think? It's 1.1. All right, guys. Yeah. You guys, listen. You're supposed to have it done when I call on you. You're just telling me the answer. All right. Now, I want the area of the small pizza. Allison. How do I do it? Just tell me. Come on, girl. I don't know what you're waiting on. Allison, you hear what I'm saying? You're too smart to be sitting there not having that down. What does that answer? Tell me again. Was it exactly 113? Yeah, I'm okay with that. 113.1. All right. Now again, that's not the hard part. All right. Question 6 was the hard part. The question is what's the cost per inch? Now I'm going to let you answer, but I want you to hear me now. Listen to me, guys. The cost per inch. What goes into the calculator first? Stop and think on your own. I'm giving you a clue. What is the cost per inch? What goes in the calculator first? Cost. Because it's saying the cost per square inch. You hear me on this? So in this case, what is the cost of the large? $9.95. And then I divide it by the number of inches in a large. How many inches in a large? How many inches in a large? 201.1. 0.049, and that would be dollars per square inch, which is roughly about what? 5 cents. Come on now. Look, you got to see that now. And I'm not kidding you. That's really important. If you're not sure, this is where I get upset with some of you. You don't ask me. We're almost done. Stop. And then the next one is going to be 5.95 divided by what? 113.1. And somebody tell me what that was.
0.052 inches squared.
Very good. So the better deal was the large. All right? Come on, guys. That's really important. All right, good job. Now, the homework, not much. Listen, I want you to do, what worksheet did we do? The second one, right? I want you to do just the first worksheet. That's all you have to do. All of it. 1 through 16. It's not that hard. All right, 1 through 16, the first worksheet, guys. Thank you, thank you. Hurry up now. William, you got to hurry. Let's go. No time for questions. I held you over for a minute. Carly. Come on, girl. Feel much better, don't you? After a couple minutes of math, man, things are looking up.